Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one is located on the south spawn of Redshire, which is supposed to represent Great Britain, and it's under the commands of 15JG52Brauer of the Who clan. Who? Yep, them. Anyway, battle started. Now, what else can I tell you about the M44 that you probably don't already know? Well, it was actually exported to quite a few countries, surprisingly. They didn't just build 250 for the US, they actually put them into the German army, the Greek army, the Belgium army, the Japan bought some, only 10, Italians bought them, even the British bought some. They bought 58, and 52 of those actually went to the British Army on the Rhine. Oh, good shot on that EBR. And 6 went to England for training purposes. Oh, 15JG52Brauer has got this this thing about going in and out whilst he drives along. I don't know if you saw, but Jingles actually disqualified a video today, a replay somebody sent him from the Cirque clan, and he actually threw it out because that person insisted on going in out after he shot, playing with his mouse, and I'm afraid it got him an automatic Jingles disqualification. Well, I'm afraid I'm having to take control of the camera because, yeah, 15JG52Brauer's doing the same. Okay, well, what have we got now? We've got that EBR hiding behind the rock at the moment. Okay, nice. He's doing the in-out thing again. He's got a reload time of 15.81 seconds. The book reload is 19.08, so he has reduced it using premium consumables and a rammer. Okay, he fires his round at the Wizzy 111 GFT. You notice I have to take control of the camera, and that means obviously we might not get to see exactly what he saw when he aimed. Go for another shot, round out. He backs up into it. Yeah, it takes that round directly. Now, getting back to what I was saying about the countries that bought them. Yes, Britain bought 58, 52 to the British Army on the Rhine and 6 to training in England. The Turkish brought 222 of them. 222, and they're still in active service. Or rather, I think at the moment they're actually on the reserve. Most M44s have been retired, but there are still 39 around Europe in various states. Some are display, gate guards and that sort of thing, and others are still in working condition, and a lot are in museums in the United States. Now, the original range of this Arty is 16,000 yards, 15,000 meters, so 15 kilometers. But the Turks actually managed to increase the range of their M44s by fitting a new Rhine metal gun, not the standard gun that it was fitted with by the Americans. They fitted a new gun from Rhine metal, which actually extended the range out to 24.7 kilometers. That's a massive increase, because almost doubling the range of the vehicle. And as you can see, it's a considerable range for an Arty. Going for the GW. Now, will he get a hit? Oh, we don't see it. Oh, we got him! He wiped him out. He got the kill. We didn't see the shot, but he definitely got him. And now we've got a Jackson going into the cops as well. Now, there is some confusion over how many of this Arty were actually built. According to the books, it's only 250. And at the 250 mark, they had to actually stop producing them because the Americans cancelled the order. And the reason they cancelled the order was because the fumes from the howitzer were actually getting into the cabin. Oh, another kill! Got the Type 64 with a splash kill. Yeah, the fumes from the howitzer are actually staying in the compartment and, well, seriously damaging the health of the crew. And as a result, they actually had to fit an open cockpit in such a way as to enable the fumes to escape. They cancelled the order simply because the Arty were actually killing their crews, not the enemy. It was actually built at the end of the Korean War. It was envisaged it was going to be used in the Korean War, but it never actually happened. The war was over before, or rather not the war was over, but an armistice was signed before they got to use them. I think he's decided to abandon his position, move over to the west side of the map, and I think that's smart because the enemy seems to be making a push on the east side of the map. So, despite the fact that we don't actually know how many Arty were built, we can take a guess that it must be more than 250 because after all, they supplied all those Artys to Turkey, to Britain and to others. In fact, the true number may be closer to 600. Okay, quick shake of the Redshire to try and get it to aim on target. He's going to try and lay the shell next to the P43. Yep, he did. It was a bit too much of an ask to get a direct hit on the target. Changing position again. And the enemy EBR's down, that's good news. But the scores are still even, there's still 6 left on either's team. Now he's got that guy at the edge of his field of fire, so he really needs to adjust his field, otherwise he's going to get reticule bloom if he makes any slight adjustment whatsoever. Fired a snap round in there. Didn't have any target in sight. Now you don't get a whole lot of ammunition with this Arty, only 36 rounds. That should be enough for a battle, but if you keep firing blind, or if you were to fire a lot of wasteful shots, you might run short at the end of the game. It is possible to fire all the rounds in your ammo, in your magazine, and then run out of ammo and just be not able to do anything. And that's mainly because the fire rates is, well, one shot every 15 seconds. You can fire 4 rounds in a minute, and well, you can quickly get through. Well, if you're 15 minutes, it's 4 times 15, which is 60 minutes or 60 rounds in the time it takes the game to play. And of course, if you've only got 36 rounds, you are going to run short. Now, many of you probably know the story. Oh, that's an easy kill, that one. Nice! Beautiful. Got the shell to explode right next door to the front of him and got a nice kill there. 3 kills now. He's having a good day. I must admit, I am still having to take control of the camera at all stages, just in case he decides to go all playing around with his mouse button. He did admit that he likes to do that, I'm afraid. Rounds out. Well, got some damage. Super Hellcat, though, near the Zeppelin, keeps being cheeky and popping in. No, I did mention it to you. I was going to mention actually about something else about the M44, but you probably know it's actually in the film pattern. You can see there's a moment in the film where General Patton is directing the traffic at a crossing where 2 army units or 2 army corps are crossing in front of each other, and Patton gets out of his vehicle and directs the traffic moving forwards, and there's an M44 seen during that moment, but of course the M44 wasn't designed until long after the Second World War, so it is a bit of an anachronism. And oh, the enemy's on their way in. It's the T-34-100 we last saw up near the enemy cap. He auto aims on, Gets one round in. Is he going to take some damage here? Oh my god, his teammates behind him, blocking him. The M12 managed to get shots going in for the RAM. Gets something out of it. But it looks like it's going to be down to Brauer. Yes, he gets it. Nice work. Bit of teamwork there. The M12 was blocking him for a moment though. He couldn't back up. And that could have ended very nastily with both Arty being taken out. But thankfully he was clear thinking and he managed to get it sorted out and came round, outflanked the guy, and bang. And he gets the Hellcat to boot. That's his 5th kill. Only needs one more to get a Top Gun. There's only 2 enemies left. P43 Biz and a Super Pershing. Now, I did mention as well about the M44 is that we suggested to Wargaming that they could actually have a new premium American SPG. And in fact, there is another SPG that more vehicles were built than this one. Yep, surprisingly, the M52, which is based on the Walker Bulldog hull, just like this, but it has a 105mm howitzer in a turret, so it's a bit like an M53, M55, but with a 105mm gun. It's got all the characteristics of the M44 with the Walker Bulldog hull, but it's got a fast-firing 105mm gun instead. In fact, they built more of those than they did of the M44, so that would be a very good premium SPG if Wargaming were to bring it in, and they wouldn't require that much work because, after all, they've still got the model, the vehicle model, which they use for the M44, and all it requires is to mount the little turret on top with a 105mm gun. And then you've got a premium SPG. Just adjust the fire rate to make it similar to that of the Fifi. Rounds out. Could be a kill. Oh, close. 204 hit points. The alpha of this Arty is 550. And that was a low roll on a non-penetrating shot. Because non-penetration would be half that value. He goes for it again. He should get it this time. And he does. And that's his Top Gun. Only one enemy remaining. It's the Super Pershing. Can he get this kill? He's loading. Be nice if he could. Lines it up. Oh, he fired at the maximum extreme. He does get the stun. The Hellcat's coming in from one direction. The Object 274A's got him. Now, can we put a round into him? Disable him. Line up the shot. He's going to stop at that reach. Oh, he didn't. But he still stunned him. And now it should be easy for the Hellcat to get the kill. Well, he got one round into the guy. And there's the kill shot. Comes in from the M12. So the first game in this double header is a win. Let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is in a Bishop, the tier 5 British SPG. And we're on the south spawn of Abbey. Okay, in this battle, 15JG52Brauer is actually in platoon with a T50, Snowvang. So I'll bring up his name, Snowvang Manson, what a name. And he's in the Heiku clan. Well, what can I tell you about the Bishop? Well, 149 of these were built, only 149, and it was built as a bit of a rush project to get an SPG available for British Armed Forces after the fall of France. They needed something, and they started the project in June of 1941. That's when they initiated it. They had the first prototype was built in August of 1941, so 2 months after they started it. And they ordered 100 of them in November of 1941. So they were quite happy with it when they tried it on trials. I'm going to bring that out a bit because he's so close to the target you can't see what's going on. In fact, I'll bring it out a bit further. There you go. That's better. Now the problem with the Bishop is its short range, and that was a problem in reality as well, not just in the game. You see, they only put the 25 pounder gun, because that's all the Bishop actually had, not the 4.5 inch howitzer that you're seeing in the game. The 25 pounder gun could only go up to an angle of 15 degrees, and that meant the range was actually reduced to 6,400 yards, which is 5.9 kilometers. In fact, the funny thing is that the 25 pounder had a much greater range if it was mounted on wheels. And so to counteract that, what they did is the cruiser, the Bishops, would actually park on an upslope to raise the gun into the air and enable them to actually get accurate shots at longer ranges. Now the 4.5 inch howitzer you're seeing in this gun is capable of doing 450 alpha, penetrating 28mm of armour. But the best thing about it is the reload time. It's very, very quick. You can see that Brauer's got a reload of 9.72 seconds. The book reload is 12.37. Now he's having to back around because a Cromwell and a KV2 have actually reached the west side of the area. In fact, the Cromwell's coming in. He's aiming for that KV2, tries the snapshot, but he needs to worry about that Cromwell because he's going to come up behind the Tiger. He's lining up the shots. Grabs out. Direct hit. Good hit. Solid hit. Doing that in-out thing with his mouse button. That would get you an automatic disqualification by Jingles. Oh, what a shot! Right into it. The Cromwell penetrated him and took him out of the game. Okay, now he can go for the KV2 and enjoy this. Now basically, it's a Valentine tank, and not just any old Valentine tank, it's a Valentine 2, which is the version that was actually sent to the Soviet Union. The actual name of the Arty is called the Ordnance Quick Firing 25 pounder on Carrier Valentine 25 pounder Mark 1. That's a rather long-winded name, but that's the name. The problem with this Arty was not just the range as well, it had quite a high silhouette, and the problem with that is, of course, in the desert where it was first seeing action in North Africa, unfortunately it was too easy to spot. It's this huge casement around the gun, very, very high, and it stuck out like a sore thumb in the desert. And he was spotted by that Tiger Pig, and he fires around at him. Didn't get anything off that one. Gonna have another try. Can he get a shot? He could. Yes, he does. Nice hit. 170. Oh, blew the turret off. The AMD 178B blew the turret completely off. Okay, now he's got a shot at the P43. Lining him up. Trying to get it right. Eyes. He wounds the guy. Tracks him. Now he can go for the kill if he can get it now. Oh, he doesn't get it. With 3 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, he's doing exceptionally well. Keep up the damage rate. He gets another hit on the KV2. That's the best thing about this Arty, the fact that it can fire so quickly. Usually, if you track an enemy, they stay tracked, because you can get accurate shot after accurate shot. Very difficult to get accurate shots though in that little lane, but he does. Trying to go for another one. The KV2's down. Now originally, as I said, they built 149. They placed an order for another 80 in July of 1942. But the thing is that the guys out in the desert said, no, it's just not, the range is not good enough. We need something that can fire over a much longer range. And, oh, what a shot there. Wipes out the VK. He's happy about that. Saves his teammate as well in the process. So what they did is the British placed an order with the Americans to buy the M7 Priest. Of course, it wasn't known as the Priest then. Of course, the British have got a habit of giving ecclesiastical names to Artys. This one got the Bishop, the M44 is known as the Cardinal, and of course the M7 was known as the Priest. Well, they placed an order for the priests instead, and that was a stopgap order until such time as they could get the sextons built in Canada, the Sexton 2s. He could get a kill here, tries a quick snap. Yes! Another kill, that's 3. He's happy now. There's only one enemy remaining, it's a Wizzy 131 GFT on the River Road. So the British bishops that were built, the 149 that are in service, and they were actually in service with not just the British, but with the Commonwealth forces, and they were also used by the Turks as well. And those were actually used against in the Desert Campaign. They also saw service in Italy, but after that they were no longer used. I think that guy's going to drown, yeah. Actually, I think the kill shot went to Madsen. He got him. Snovang Madsen gets the kill. And that is the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats for both games. Here's the end of battle stats for the first game, and that was the M44 on Redshire. It was an ace tanker for 15JG52Brauer in the M44. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 21. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And he also got 6 kills, so he ended up with a top gun as well. His win rate from the battle was 7,014, which is high Super Unicum standard. And as you said, an M44 ace, Arty can carry. Yes, they certainly can. I know that. You know that. In fact, all What Arty Noobs members know that, because we know what our vehicles can do. The highest damage in the game went to the T26E4 Super Pershing on the enemy team. He managed to get 2,943. He was the last person alive on their team. The second highest damage went to 15JG52Brauer. He managed to get 2,578 hit points. And the third highest was the Super Hellcat on the enemy team with 1,554. When it came to kills, it was 15JG52Brauer. He got 6 kills. 4 kills went to the 45 TP on the enemy team, and 2 kills went to the Hellcat, the T26E4, and the Super Hellcat on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one as well. 1,356 base experience points for 15JG52Brauer. We'll have to find a better name for you. And 1,066 went to the Type 64, followed by 956 going to the EBR Hotchkiss. The Type 64 managed to get a Patrol GT and a Confederate, and the EBR Hotchkiss got a Patrol GT as well. He fired 28 rounds in that game, got 8 direct hits and 1 penetration, 25 splash. Damage of 2,578 hit points, of which 2,141 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 12 of the enemy, killed 6 of them, did 1,089 hit points of stun assist off 17 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 53,345 credits, got 50,000 credits for the first win of the day, 103,345 credits altogether, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, took away a profit of 69,205 credits. He received 2,034 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 4,068 experience points altogether. So a very decent carry for his team in this game. He certainly applied a lot of damage to the enemy, and of course he came away with a Gauze and Top Gun to boot, as well as that ace tanker. Let's have a look at the second game. I think you will be surprised. The second game was a third mark game. Yes, an ace tanker for 15JG52Brauer. He also managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 12. A Brothers in Arms, because both of his platoon mates managed to get at least 3 kills apiece. Of course, Supervan getting the last kill of the game, Superfang, Madsen, anyway. And Confederate medal as well for Brauer in his Bishop. His win rate from that battle was 6,329, again Super Unicum standard, but it shows he actually is very, very good at maintaining his standard of damage, and that's why he's managed to get his third mark of excellence. Difficult enough to get it in any Arty, but very well done for him to get it in the Bishop. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he comes. Well, we can see that he did get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage overall. That VK3002D that he killed at the end of the game, he got the high caliber for 2,425 hit points of damage. He got the second highest damage yet again with 1,904, and the third highest damage went to the P43 Tur with 1,538. And there's Snowvang. Sorry, I've got your name for a while. Snowvang Manson, he managed to get 1,379, which puts him actually in 5th place on damage because the Tiger P managed to beat him just. But when it came to kills, you can see that 3 players on the team managed to get at least 3 kills. The third one being the M41 HMC as well. So 2 Artys, 3 kills apiece. And 3 kills went to 15JG52Brauer. 3 kills went to Snowvang Manson, and 3 kills to that M41. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get 3 kills. In fact, only the 3 top players here managed to get more than 1 kill on their team. If we look at base XP, we can see it was Snowvang Manson did the best because he was doing spotting as well. 1,178 went to him, 983 went to the M41, 844 went to 15JG52Brauer. Just check that. Yes, 2,057 hit points of spotting assist. That's why he did so well. He also managed to get a Pascucci's in that game, so very well done to him. And look at that win 8. 10,555 super unicum or what? That is very good. So let's have a look at the detail report and we'll see where he came in the details. 27 shots fired, 13 direct hits, no penetrations in that game. 18 splash though, and 1,904 hit points of damage, of which 877 were at more than 300 meters. Some of those shots were reasonably close, actually. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 3 were killed, and 591 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 36,587 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply, well, there was no repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, because he did use premium consumables, ended up with 9,837 credits left over at the end of the game. 1,266 XP, and there was no multipliers on this occasion, so that's all the experience points he took away. But as he says, the Bishop needs to be bashed. Yes, that does have a different connotation in the UK. I think it's also the same connotation in the US as well as around the world. Your Bishop being your Johnson. And third MOE and ace tanker. Very, very well done indeed. Congratulations. Anyone who actually managed to get a 3rd mark in Arty needs congratulating because they've put in a hell of an effort to get it. And yeah, that 3rd mark on the barrel makes you a very intimidating foe. So well done. I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.